Hello and welcome to a brand new Let's Play of Control. That's a new game from Remedy. They are the people that made Max Payne. This is kind of a, I don't know, weird game. Not really sure what the whole premise is. It's a shooter, but kind of story driven, I believe. Yeah, don't watch this if you're epileptic. Okay. Go to options. We're playing on headphones. And we're going to mute copyrighted music so we don't get taken down from let's go ahead and turn those on as well. We don't want to get taken down from YouTube. Okay. Adjust brightness until the left icon is not visible. Middle icon is barely visible. Okay, on my screen I can't see, but in the recording we can. Okay, so it looks like what's being recorded might be a little brighter. Okay, until the left icon is not visible, middle icon is barely visible. Okay. Let's go with that. Press X while moving towards a nearby obstacle to climb onto it. Some weird geometric, like fractal almost pattern. Crystalline.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello? Anyone here?
Okay, we're in control now. So we're in the Federal Bureau of Control, talking to somebody, being recorded. Kind of empty. Invenio Investigatio Imperium. Oh, and we get weird reflections when we look at that. It happened in the cutscene, but it's also happening. It happened, right? Okay. Well, we can just go right through security. Proted items reminder. Open collectibles. Federal Bureau of Control reminder. Certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials. Unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smartwatches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart. Number 2 pencils. Any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypal concept, e.g. rubber ducks, ketchup bottles. Can't have rubber ducks. All material under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your superior immediately. So they can't have any iconic representations of concepts. Okay, so research records, case files, correspondence, and multimedia. Missions. You do not have any board countermeasures. You don't have any missions. Assets. Conceptual material, house memory. You do not have clearance level. You don't have a clearance level. Okay. So house memory, astral blip, entropic echo, threshold remnant, or corrupted sample. Okay, I expected there to be more people or things in a, guards or something. We have okay. Static TV is always.
I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
So static TV is always a way to make things more creepy. Looks like they communicate through vacuum tubes. Okay, research records. So it wouldn't be too weird for an old building to have these, but to have them being used is weird. I mean, it looks like they're still active. Okay, so what do we pick up? Bureau expenditures, staffing surveillance, redacted, data center initiative, construction, redacted. Office equipment, janitorial costs, redacted, mold removal, HQ livability costs. For a cost breakdown spreadsheet, see page 5. For 5-year comparison chart, see page 9. Okay. What did that say? Compiled by accounting department by order of Director Zachariah Trench. Okay, we have a warning. Okay, we can sprint. This is Head of Research, Dr. Casper Darling. Picture of the back of the janitor. Our bureau at work. Okay. Director Zachariah Trench. We have a door there. Door. Okay. Nope. Door to the bathroom. Okay.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them and they were hiding in plain sight.
Oh, door's over there. So he just has a view out into the hallway. So oh. Okay, I stepped on the what floor sign? Can't find your office? Watch your step. Can't find your office. Weird. Pistachios, pretzels, crackers. Trail mix. So weird, no logos. And they're not allowed iconic representations of things. But, Security order. Attention all, redacted. Redacted, a shark in his, redacted, although secure, redacted, permission to, redacted, following basic protocol, redacted, shoot to kill, redacted, good luck. A shark in his. Somebody ran into a shark. Okay. Kind of creepy walking around an empty office. Please. Okay. Here's some music. And singing.
Hello?
Looks like our janitor. So Jane Smith works here. Let's go talk to our janitor.
Excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, niin Johan helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, Juha.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
Did he just...
That said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
Did he just answer what we were thinking? And... oh, this is not the same boardroom. There was a board... wait. We could see into a boardroom. I think the way behind us closed up. That's where I ran into stepped on the sign. So I didn't see an entrance into this room. It looks like there isn't one. But there also isn't the windows we looked in. And the world behind us closed up again. And we're back in the lobby. I think we heard an elevator ding. So there wasn't an elevator there before. That's where we saw the picture of the janitor. They have multiple lobbies? Or it seems like the world's playing tricks on us. Okay, we're supposed to proceed deeper into the bureau. So I guess it's gonna be that kind of game where they mess with our heads.
The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
So I'm not sure who she's talking to. Okay. More pictures of Trench. After action report. Old cameras like 1960s stuff. Yeah, newer computer stuff. At exit had the upside down T. Old floppy disk. Oh. Blueprint of things moving around. Of the layout moving around. We've already experienced that. Control. Okay.
Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Okay, the director's office. Oldest house. Discovered August 1964. Discovered? Oh, siren going off. Is time stopped? Looks like the second hand isn't moving. Got 3:45, no second hand. 6:65. Looks like we don't have clearance. Oh. Head of research override HRA protocol activated. Multiple internal lockdown in effect. Building lockdown in effect. Internal lockdown in effect. Building lockdown in effect. Multiple containment breaches detected. Multiple building shifts detected. Head of research override HRA protocol activated. If they're in lockdown, there's not a lot of... It doesn't seem like there's a lot of security. Approved terminology reminder. Federal Bureau of Control reminder regarding drafting any public-facing material while pending any notifications of death related to the Willow AWE. Please adhere to the following guidelines. Words, phrase to use in the service of his/her country. Regret, proud/pride, will be remembered. Words/phrases to avoid. Alaska, scissors, blood/bleed, loss, apologies/sorrow. /sorry. So what happened in Alaska? Somebody get stabbed with scissors in Alaska? Okay. The oldest man in the world. We tell ourselves it's okay to be old. Okay, Barbara, I'm not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the week, for the day, for the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Trench. Okay. Okay, just heard a bang.
Shit. Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
Who's she listening to? Did he... Okay. Okay, well, yeah.
Something's outside.
Something's outside.
It's coming here a mistake.
I can't see outside. It's just cement. Okay. Well, normally picking up a murder weapon is a bad idea.
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
We must choose
This place.
to be the chosen one.
Am I?
Okay. Follow board's instructions to complete the astral plane challenge. Bubblegum Polaroid? All none of the above. These are the contact tactics we see in your mind. The service weapon. It has many forms. The house/prison you occupy. Oh, is that it over there? Okay. Because we have to go get the gun. Okay, we can jump in. Oh, there was a drop off there. Yep, we can see it now. Melee? Oh! It's like oh wow.
The same gun.
Control the gun/house.
Okay. Now I have a gun.
Okay. We can shoot with the gun. Oh, there's somebody. Destroy the copies/targets. Kind of like a shooting gallery. Okay. Regenerates ammunition automatically when not in use. So weird looking creatures. It's like they're missing part of their torso. Oh. Oh, okay, we can unmapped area. Okay, so they can shoot back. Oh, we can crouch. Enemies drop health elements. When damaged, collect health elements to restore health. Got that pointy thing. Huey, build the gun, you. Congratulations, director.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here.
Proceed further into the
Things are
Bureau.
quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
$1:25. So that was a different time than the clocks outside. Okay, so we have weapon forms. Level 1, grip is reliable with semi-automatic fire that is deadly at short and long range. Okay, it's equipped. Astral reload efficiency. Reload speed. So I think this is a pre-order bonus. Okay, so we reload faster. We have a personal mod, 1 of 24. Health boost. And we can deconstruct it for 250 pointy things. And we have 0 pointy things now, I guess. That's what's that saying up in the upper right. Assets. Missions. Proceed further. Jesse Fadden arrives at the oldest house, the headquarters of the Federal Bureau of Control, to look for answers to the mysteries of her childhood. Guided into the building by the janitor, Audie, Jesse finds Zachariah Trench, the director of the Bureau, shot dead. She picks up the pistol next to his body and is translocated to the astral plane. The strange board encounter encourages her to bind the gun, an object of power called the service weapon. She succeeds, and the board informs her that she is now the director. Interesting. Bureau. So much is expected from the director, the responsibility, the privilege. Okay, we took a picture of the former director. Service weapon. Containment procedure, no unique procedure required. Description / para utility. Service weapon, it's OOP1KE. The object form is a variable. When bound, the object allows the para-utilitarians to redacted. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of redacted. The object will determine whether redacted. If rejected, the application is terminated. This process is dictated by the redacted, though their criteria is unknown. The role of... So it must be the director. The object was discovered inside the oldest house, in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis hypothesis redacted many forms throughout history. Redacted. Mjolnir, Excalibur, Veranastra, all weapons that redacted of their wielders. If objects of power are convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, redacted. Okay. So this is found in 1964. I don't know what year it is. She looks pretty modern.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
Okay. So was Trench fired? Okay, we can bring up a map. So those look like they could be doors in our map. Looks like there's map looks like there's a way there, but oh. Yeah, that's not creepy at all. Central Executive.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You. Oh, thank you. That was horror.
Oh. We have incoming. Hiss Guard. Field research on Hiss entity. Hiss corrupted security guard. Confidential. Summary. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss guards used the standard issue bullpup rifles they carried prior to corruption, while the armored guards carry pump action shotguns. Okay. They have no observed paranatural abilities. With the exception of certain Hiss guards are protected by a shielding defense. A shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Is this shielding a result of prolonged Hiss corruption? Does this Hiss mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Did the Hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the Hiss have that level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited to? Combat-trained hosts are reserved for combat? These are all questions for later, though it is obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge on the use of their weapons. Refer to file redacted for full report. So wait. Compiled by Emily Pope, research specialist, by order of Director Jesse Fadden. So Emily Pope made this for us. Okay, that's strange. Oh. And we picked up unidentified research. Unidentified reading. Cat 2. Cat 3. Cat 1. Bunch of little... I think those are our health. It beeped at us. The director doesn't have security clearance? Level 1 security clearance? So she seems pretty modern, but all the tech here is pretty old. Like 60s, 1960s old.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
Oh. So it's like a gas or something. Or some energy or something like that. Comes spewing out of them. Hear voices. Voices other than the former director. They look like they're alive. Oh, what's this? Executive meeting minutes. Agenda item for the next executive meeting, rising cost of AWE response. Update on mold eradication efforts. Upcoming annual salary review. New supplier of coffee filters to be found and vetted. Please come prepared. Thank you for your time. From admin. Was that her? That's us? There's a weird time thing going on. Because we found research that we asked them to perform.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
Okay. So are we in a shift? Oh, picking up health. Nope, I'm knocking stuff off of the desks. Oh. Don't let mold hitch a ride. Perform daily body checks for foreign plant matter. So apparently mold is a issue. Dinner reservations at 7 p.m. at Chez Ambre. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at lobby reception. Remember, she's turning 46. Okay. Was this a memo to Trench? It's weird for it to be out here.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps.
Okay. So we're stuck standing there when that happens. When we're replaying. Okay. So we got a green door over there. Shelter. Marshal AWE investigation. For Marshal's eyes only. Marshal. We have checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything. Just like the house fire before this and the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real thing. Or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch. Next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Keenum. Oh. Weapon mod. Shatter projectile boost. Shatter projectile boost. Projectiles fired +2. Exclusive to shatter. So we can't equip it. So I think the mods we have right now are part of the pre-release. Central Executive. Oh. Okay. Oh, Central Executive.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Visitor evaluations. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How'd you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and they'll need to leave. If their answers seem redacted, escort them to a private room. There, perform the gunner's psychological assessment. If their responses are within the acceptable range of deviance, see the provided score sheet, then redact immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious. Okay. Well, things have gone red. That's normally a bad sign. Urban legends. Summary. Urban legends are believed... examinations of paranatural topics. Urban legends. Compiled by Paula Bronte and Lorenzo Dunn, researchers, by order of Emily Pope. So she's the one that made it. Researched the Hiscards for us. Urban legends are believed to have affected the creation of altered materials. But can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as modern equivalent to Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain redacted, informed by our own redacted, and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially redacted in popular culture using redacted, our bureau-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, the human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranatural phenomenon contain clear elements of popularized folklore, AWEs that only occur on redacted, a pair of scissors that consumes human redacted through 2 punctures on the redacted. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are paranatural realities waiting to happen. So stories... Sorry, I jumped when I saw that guy. I'm expecting something to jump at us at any minute now. Push the fingers through what? Trying to hear what they... Oh, some sort of recording device. And another inverted pyramid. I don't see... Do we just go over? Oh. Oh, where did that guy come from? Ranger 2nd Class Pulaski. Whoa. And we are almost dead. Ah. So a ranger, that's a new thing. Pay attention to your surroundings. You will sustain lethal damage if you fall too far. Okay, we're back here. Did we pick up the stuff? Looks like we did. Okay, so we picked up the thing about urban legends. Okay, so we did everything.
Hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Okay, so it keeps spawning people around us. Okay, let's... Low on ammo. And we missed. It's like we're drawing a line around him. Okay.
Hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier.
Let's do this better this time.
The hiss, burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright.
Oh, wow. Spawned him right away. Okay, we're not hitting anything. Oh. Okay, got him. We go. Oh. Didn't see the gun. Watch out for grenade warning indicator. Use L3 to sprint to escape the blast. Okay.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss, burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's
Okay. And we need to watch for grenades.
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading the love.
cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
Okay.
Holy shit. You did it.
So I assume that
We did it.
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?
don't know. So this must be what the room is supposed to look like.
Please, talk to me.
Okay.
We
Fine.
saw you deal with the compromised agents.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope. I'm Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
How does she know about that already?
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
that works? Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah,
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
the service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
Okay, let's see if we can. That doesn't look comfortable. So I'm gonna go with no.
This has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Okay, so his guards, his agent. The Hiss manifest in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen in the many corrupted agents floating through the Bureau. The Hiss agents have maintained their human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. The most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. Other than that, they're exactly the same. These Hiss have displayed no aggressive behavior. They only seem interested in vocalizing the strain's incantation ad infinitum. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the Hiss corruption like spores or Wi-Fi boosters. Or are they cocoons, preparing to enter their next stage of evolution? When attacked, Hiss agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation into a purely resonant form. Research is ongoing. Refer to file blank for full report. So another thing compiled by Pope for us.
Jesse, over here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
Director's office, central executive, boardroom, nostalgia department entrance, cafeteria, dead letters, mailroom, hotline chamber. Okay, it's cafeteria, nostalgia, communications department, dead letters. So I think we saw some stuff in here. Oh, no. Oh, yep. Control points. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the redacted arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by redacted detection of unobstructed ping using the redacted within a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or redacted or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influences, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be redacted. Okay. Well, it's done by researchers on the order of Miss Pope over there. So let's see what she has to say. So can we talk to these guys? So that device on them must be the HRA. Okay, nothing over here. Delays caused by house shifts do not count towards overtime. Office rules of contact: speak in moderate volume, no personal calls, no food or drink around bureau documents or in the copy room, no using the photocopier of personal objects, wear access. The one to finish the coffee pot makes a new one. So Polaroids, people who joined book club. Reminder to all staff, food left in the refrigerator in the containment break room 3B has been known to vanish. Plan accordingly. Guitar for sale. See Reagan maintenance. Executive affairs, director's office. Is this where we came from? Yeah. So that's a radio. I wonder if that's just turned off the audio that we blocked for copyright reasons. Oh, okay. Weird hexagon patterns. I wonder what these are. Little containment units. So we got some more reading materials. Okay. Clearance level 4. Got poster notes everywhere. Okay, we're back here. R4 report reminders. Hello, as you all should know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request form R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under section 775.2 of the employee manual. If your R4 requires interdimensional claims, if your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Miss Marshall, Mr. Salvador, Mr. Kirkland, as needed. They'll be busy on Thursdays in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Okay. So interdepartmental, not interdimensional. Though who knows? This could be interdimensional as well. Undefined reading. So we don't really know what that's for yet. Oh, big projector room. Research records. Technological restrictions. Examination of paranatural topics. Technological limitations of the oldest house. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any redacted signal. Radio waves are the only transmittable signals in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. If the power of the collective unconscious is taken into account, it could be that certain pieces of technology are too new in the cultural redacted for the oldest house to redacted them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for the redacted to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Redacted agents have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pockets while entering the oldest house. Okay, so they have cell phones in the world. So we're not in the 60s or in a world that's has 60s technology, 60s technology outside. Well, in the world outside, we saw it look modern because we could see out the doors that we came in. Just trying to piece together what this place is about and what's going on. Is that a stapler or an altered item? Don't take office equipment outside of the building. Gaming. chicken? Gaming. So they read magazines about gaming or chickens? Shifted bathroom complaint. Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off in Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. D. Rodriguez. So their bathroom just disappeared. Material, house memory. Oh, okay. Okay, kind of a little dead end area. So we have polygons popping in. Okay, those voices are really creepy. Okay. Let's go talk to Miss Pope.
I can't cleanse them. I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
So that carpet's a maze. Health recovery, 20%, or just more health overall. Well, one of them's common. Emily instructs Jesse to find the hotline, an object of power in the form of an old telephone, to understand the message from the dead director trying to communicate with her. They hope he can provide insights into the Hiss invasion. The only person you should fail is yourself. Not sure how I got that photograph, I guess.
Look, I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
Personal mod, energy boost. What is energy?
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Okay. Yeah, let's ask about this place.
You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door.
Okay. Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this?
Got it. Thanks.
You okay? Origins of the Hiss?
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily.
So she doesn't even seem to know when we came in. Like, how long were they in lockdown in those rooms? It's like time just doesn't work the same everywhere. We've seen clocks that have different times.
This trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah.
She thinks that the bullet in his brain recorded his last thoughts.
So HRA stop you from becoming his?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Okay.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Yeah, I think we will have more questions. Okay, seems like we're kind of in a hub area. We can't draw our weapon, but we can get the map. Okay, so executive affairs off to the left. Executive office straight ahead. The director's office, sorry. We need to go off to the right, but not on the upper level. Let's go down here and see, do we get a different... Okay. Yep. So we need to go this way, through cafeteria, nostalgia department, communication department, dead letters. Sorry, I was just trying to see if there's a way to change your level. The level that you're looking at. Consecutive kills boost.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
So we've looped around. Okay. Can't quite understand what he's going on about. But that was the guy who did not have his HRA. Oh, that's green. Are these live people? Doesn't look alive. Oh, there's more hiss. Can we shoot through the glass? Yes, we can. Okay. More material. Travel costs. Visited the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, A Plus Lodge. Accommodations. Money, gasoline, minibar. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state. But hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road, Agent L. Hines. The boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. So they're going from hotel to hotel and they're trying to find a place called Ocean View? Like they don't even know what state it's in? Like they're trying to find a place. Okay, we're in the cafeteria. Okay. Okay, well this looks dangerous.
Yes, it's overpowering.
Oh, we are losing life just by walking in
You
here.
don't want me anywhere near it. With you on that.
Do we have help back over here? A little bit. Okay. So our picture is crooked. So the picture was hanging up when bad things started happening. Though I'm not sure whether it was our picture or not whether our image was on the picture. Oh. Hiss barrier. The Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. The Hiss barrier appears as a way to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. 2 methods have been discovered for lowering them. Destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity. Destroy the hiss entities in the area. The resonance fields seem to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of hiss resonance qualify as conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the hiss? What does this very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Refer to file redacted for full report. Again, more reviews that we asked. Health recovery. Another personal mod. Health recovery on element pickup 20%, 21%. So we'd use this over that. But I think, I don't know. I'm going to keep this. Keep the one we have. Bathroom, nothing. Oh. Unstable area to notice. Due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, this area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Reference chart: green is stable, yellow low possibility of unanticipated building shifts, orange high likelihood of unanticipated building shifts, red frequent anticipated building shifts. Okay, so stuff does show up in the restrooms. So they're not just something to... The restrooms don't have mirrors. Is that because they would make... Oh, I thought earlier the restrooms were unisex, and okay, now they have men's and women's. Oh. Why would they put this here? Energy recovery. Okay. So this is the way it didn't want us to go, and this is the way it wants us to go. Okay, there's a door. Oh. Havana summary. Case files, okay. Have an auditory event occurred at the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Redacted deaths were reported and the outgoing information has been managed. Event response: Bureau agents arrived at the embassy at the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but were too late to witness the AWE, which is reported to have been redacted. Staff experienced sudden intense vibrations and noise, accompanied by intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for redacted minutes. No visual phenomenon was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off, and the embassy staff were transported to the continental U.S. After Formula 1.9, or is that I9? L9? Was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. See case file AI85 for details. So, it's weird that these numbers are, what I'm assuming numbers. Blank deaths were reported. Looks like a fairly big number. And lasted for blank minutes. Why would they redact the number of minutes that something occurred? Like, I understand some of the other redactions, but not... That one doesn't make sense. Is that something... Are we going to be able to find out why these things were redacted, or are just things redacted just to spice things up? Oh. Okay. Oh. And is this the barrier? That's like under. So like underwater? Oh, yeah, yep, that is a barrier. Okay, we'll come back to that. Remember the shelter in the cafeteria. Definitely want to pick all this stuff up. Okay. We didn't go up here, did we? Okay. Okay, let's see what's in here. Okay, looks like we're about to fight again. Dead letters. Machine God. I had a dream, and I built the thing I saw in my dream, a machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones anyone knows, a new God. The machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster, and the fans plus the timing belt for my car's engine, and the wheels for my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. So is this a letter that the Bureau got from somewhere? Somebody sent to the Bureau? Okay. This is always really creepy. Something spawn in? Hair mute? Okay. Shadow projectile choke. Okay. Lost memory. Let's work hard. His life is in your hands. Everyone's safety depends on you. Oh, just running over everything. Trench, dead letter approval. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letter Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. So thank you again. Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. P. Bartwell. Okay. Do as you're told. Don't eat mold. That is just good advice in general. So I think we can't. I think the geometry is weird. So let's see what we're supposed to be doing here. Oh, more guys dropping. And there's another guy out to our left. Thought he was going to go down this way. Okay, let's go ahead and cleanse this place. So it seems like after we cleanse places, navigate through the communications department. After we cleanse places, we have time to search around. Oh, we can fast travel. Cool. So we don't necessarily need to search while things are red. We can go ahead and just deal with the bad guys.
Look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
So floppy disk that was part of the launch codes now gives us the telekinesis.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well.
Is that Emily Pope?
Objects of power can cause...
Oh, different hair. Oh, floppy disk. Okay, so we can watch it.
Just look at it.
Straight down as
8
well.
inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA.
So what kind of... they don't have modern technology in here. How are we viewing the videos? Okay. We do not have level 2 clearance. Elevator. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so those were just areas that just weren't available before. The places we went. I thought for a second that the world was just shaped different. Yep. Okay. Book Club, Penny. Hello, avid readers. The Bureau Book Club Bunch will convene at the usual spot in the corner table of the cafeteria at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get their reviews to me by Monday before lunch so I can generate some conversation starters before the meeting. Happy reading. Wow, that's creepy.
We'll find your mama together.
Okay, that's really creepy. So, that is a more modern TV. It's got a VHS player in it. That's like the most modern thing we've seen in here. Avoid modern technology. Those are creepy. I wonder if that was the anthology series they talked about. Dead presidents. To whom it may concern, I'm being contacted by the past presidents of the United States of America. They keep as spirit guides. They appear as spirit guides, give me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I can't really understand him. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower, and I don't know a thing about lawnmowers. Explain that. I have great dead men telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew. Okay, so this is letters, dead letters, or letters of crazy people. So Darling presentation says there's going to be multiples of that. FBC recordings, and there's going to be multiple of these threshold kids. Neurological research. Wow, that is really creepy. So is that supposed to be her crying? So somebody wandered out to the... I wonder... So they said there's lots of different sectors. And all of this is one sector. Sector executive. I wonder if people live in here. And so like they make those videos for like little kids that live here inside the house, the oldest house. Okay. Okay, communications department. Okay, that's where we learned about.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Real quick, go this way. Yep, another elevator. Okay, let's check the bathroom real quick. Okay, nothing there. Okay, looks like we need to go down that way, but I'm going to check upstairs first. Those floating people are creepy. The only ones that have attacked us so far, though, are the security guards and the rangers. Ooh, blood. Welcome to the comms department. We are here to help. Wonder that's Tomasi. Pneumatics. Oh. Oh. Okay. That's definitely a barrier. Okay. Let's see what's in this shelter. Book Club, Samson. Book Club Notes for Penny by L. Sampson. So I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters keep throwing it around almost like a catchphrase got annoying real fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers, obviously because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and guns, space hippies, or badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. The scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population using those brainworms, and that space dogfight between those two space pilots, sign me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting his battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. Is that 205 or the date? Okay, more undefined reading. Okay. Well, let's go see what hurled. So we have a
Object of power. Looks like the hiss have latched onto it. We need to plant it.
Okay, well that's not gonna. Whoa. Okay, well we can see it through the walls. Okay. Okay, there's a walkway over there and stairs. Well, let's make a run for it. It's a locked door. Okay, stairs it is. Oh, that hurt. Reach the object of power to cleanse it. It is just all over the place. Oh, it is the disc. So the disc was just chucking stuff.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Okay. Hold R1 to grab highlighted objects. Okay. So we got our force throw. And we can just launch those things. I guess hence the name. Launch, align the cube thingy into the hole slot to advance / score. Just a okay. Oh, I dropped it. Okay, so that must be our energy. So we can kind of lock on. And we can like throw through stuff as well. Did I take out like 3 of them? I'm gonna stop, so let's mute them, director. So it's like the board is talking to us in like abstract ideas, like the words don't quite map. Like they're not speaking to us, they're implanting the ideas.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
Oh. Oh. Let's go up there if we're gonna. Okay, there's another one coming. Okay. Sounds like we got it. Okay, so the pneumatic. So this must be pneumatics. Okay. So this is the big vacuum Energy boost mod, okay. The big vacuums that run all of the pneumatic tubes. Or vacuums and fans. Okay. So now we get a lot more things that highlight. So the phone... Oh! Demolition experts. Hiss Ranger. The Rangers are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Their Hiss corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response or threshold exploration. So AWE response is when they find a altered world event. Threshold exploration. We haven't heard anything about the word threshold before. Includes submachine guns, assault rifles, automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons as well as advanced tactics taught by the Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Hiss Rangers have no observed paranatural abilities beyond being protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Considering the advanced training the Hiss Rangers are capable of applying to their situation, is it feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree? Or is the Hiss able to tap into his combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. Okay, so all of the Hiss stuff is stuff that we told them about. The stuff that we asked Emily to compile. So are these notes from the future? From our future? Okay. Corrupted demolition expert, confidential. The Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Our demolitions experts are instructed to in the use of explosives in dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. I'm going to read that again. Our demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosives in dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. So it means that they're not trained to do this in dimensions without physical laws. His demolition experts are only observed Hiss variants to wield the specially built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track redacted entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I find it remarkable that the Hiss restrict usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who trained specifically for its use. What does this tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. Yeah, there's lots of unknowns. Okay, floppy disk. So we have OOP1KE, OOP5KE. So 1 and 65, 74. So they found 10 years apart. KE. Not sure I understand what KE stands for. 5. Okay. Containment procedure. It must be contained in a cell with no other loose material, or else it'll chuck it around the room. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. See Dr. Darling presentation 1115 for more information. The object is currently bound to redacted for research purposes. Stolen from a Soviet military base located in Redacted by agents Redacted and Redacted with the CIA. The diskette contained the launch codes to Redacted missiles, believed to be reserved for use against Redacted. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. So, presentation 11:15. So is this 11:15? It is 11:15.
Just look at it.
Resurgence distance. Okay. So that's probably Carla Vaughn and Hubert Tan.
Objects of power can cause or be results of.
I'm assuming that those are the people in the video. Okay, so we can we can go through here now. Probably want us to.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Doesn't seem like there's a way to just set things down once you pick them up. Did I hear? Okay. Personal mod launch efficiency. Energy recovery, energy boost, launch efficiency. Launch energy cost -7%. So we can throw things around easier. Damage after a kill. 33%. Still ranting at the same thing. It's weird that they actually say redacted as well. Okay. All hair must be eaten. Okay, we've got blood. Is that another voice? A different voice? Another radio. Oh no, this is a.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy, thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body Had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below him. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room.
There you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors.
Somewhere along the line, things went weird. Along the line, things went weird. No one was sure this happened, whether something caused by someone or something, or if it just happened by itself. There were lots of stories. Everyone had a theory of how it had happened, of which maybe the weirdest and perhaps only fittings singled out here was the talk about strange golden space helmet that someone had found and a secret research project to replicate and manufacture those helmets. It was said that the helmet opened a way to another place different from this one, but whether the other was actually a place or just something that came over you when you were wearing the helmet, no one knew, not even the scientists in charge of the project. In any case, or so the myth went, the helmets or the people trying them on brought the other closer to here, and things got weird. Things that people had learned to take for granted, like technology and physics and religions and time and stuff, just stopped working like they used to. Stopped altogether, or became something different. There were lots of accidents and terrible catastrophes at first, and most people died and disappeared, and in some places it rained flowers, and others blood, and sometimes the other was very close, and everything rippled and warped as something big in the other passed close by, and sometimes it was even almost like the old times. In time, people adjusted and adapted and learned to use the new things and laws to fix some of the old, but mostly as time went by, people just forgot that things had ever been different, and the weird became normal. Everyone, at least everyone who believed in the myth, thought that the golden helmets and those who wore them were bad, and they seemed to have a point, for those in the golden helmets, even while they were hardly ever seen anymore, were often on those rare occasions doing bad things. Luckily, the other gave many people strange abilities, and a few heroes rose to fight the bad things, and there were lots of these bad things and lots of good things as well. But now, even more than before, the other things were ambiguous and never simple or clear, and people barely could tell the good from the bad. In any case, things went on, and it was almost never boring. Who wrote this? Report to Darling. That's weird. So this is a whole thing we can read that does not show up in our inventory. Talking about other dimensions, I guess we could say. And people with golden helmets. We have clearance level 1. Is that true? Yeah, clearance level 1. On our way to the hotline, you just gain the launch ability by bringing the floppy disk, another object of power. It's weird that it's telling the story like it's past tense. Like this is stuff that already happened and it's just being revealed to us. Okay, so this is a place we can go into. Not like the last one, which was looked like it had like sea floor. Okay, so they just have these bathrooms, and so they've moved these cabinets around so that people can have privacy that wasn't built in. So people have been using these. So these are beds that fold up. So we've seen these before. We just didn't realize they were beds. Those slats on the wall. Okay, super strange. Oh, is this another control point?
This must open the door.
Now we have 2 clearance ones. Unfortunately, that does not give us clearance 2. America Overnight, episode 359. Okay. So there's probably more episodes of that we'll be able to hear. Okay. Mailroom. With lots of blood. Oh, creepy.
They can fly now. Great.
Oh, he dodged. I don't know what happened if he hits us with those, but they look like they would hurt. Okay, he got away. So he can fly and throw stuff at us.
I have a feeling he'll be back.
Yeah, so do I.
Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
So he could throw stuff at us, even though the floppy drive or the floppy disk was with us. So the writings made it sound like it could only be bound to one person at a time. But if that's true, then he wouldn't be able to throw stuff at us. Okay, that doesn't have a number. Okay. More music. We're gonna meet the, oh wow. Okay, this seems like a central dispatch of some sort.
Alberto Tomasi, head of comms.
Federal agent. U.S. Federal Bureau of Control. Okay. So the issue date is 2016. Expiration date is a month from now. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. His elevated. Okay. His elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau para-utilitarians. Some prefer to charge their targets, while others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss elevated due to their own talent in the area. We found that out. They do not use any weaponry except their own paranatural capabilities. Some Hiss elevated have been seen levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording in parapsychology. How are they able to use paranatural abilities? Is it possible that these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption? It's also worth considering that the Hiss resonance can identify and express latent paranatural ability in individuals it corrupts. Interesting.
The Hiss got him.
Butte summary. Oh, it's another AWE. Okay. A spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butte, where Bureau agents discovered the translocative light switch cord. The translocative light switch cord. Okay. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at redacted, which had been connected to a total of redacted disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house, redacted days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butte home's closet disappeared during this incident. Happened in 1992. So there's a couple of weird things here. So translocative light switch cord. Redacted days later. I wonder if the numbers are the same numbers recurring, and that's why they redact them. And of course, they pulled the cord and they ended up in the oldest house. But they were exploring a new area of the house. So they don't even know the whole area of this building they're in. So they found the building in 1964, and as of 1992, they were still exploring. They were still finding new rooms, and they were sending rangers there because that means it was probably dangerous. So this is really cool. I'm really digging this game. I don't know where it's going. I don't know what's going on, but there's some cool stuff here.
All right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Okay, so he didn't know he was being recorded. Okay, so that's another FBC recording. So he's talking about the Cuba thing, but I want to look at his elevated. So he turned into his elevated. His elevated seemed levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely a result of individuals corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording in parapsychology. Okay. What is... Okay. More material. Hopefully we'll find out what to do with the material soon.
The hotline can't be far now.
That almost sounds like a phone ringing, kind of. Like a distorted weapon. Damage against enemy armor. Looks like we can unlock several. Hotline chamber. Butte supplement. According to their testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino, and discovered a room key by performing a ritual. See Mot 1. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearance of the home's owner and the other locals of Butte have been attributed to this light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in Butte home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, blank light cords had all been found in the oldest house, located in the redacted and redacted sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is redacted, but initial hypotheses center on the Butte AWE as a redacted. See Darling Presentation 24.3 for more. So that's 11:15 and 11:1. Hotline security log. Hotline security log. All visitors must check in. Director Trench. Director Trench. Bill Everett, Custodian. Director Trench, Custodian. Trench, Everett, Trench. Everett, Bishop. (10/26/2019). So, in the future from now, after Everett's identification would expire. So you'd think that'd be an important thing that they wouldn't let happen. So are we after... Nope.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream logic. The light switch cord. The door marked with the black pyramid.
Director use only. Notice Ocean View Motel and Casino entry point. Catalyst light switch. The law of 3 applies. Ritual attunement required. Agent must orient and anchor motel to their personal frequencies. Director use only. Fatal psychic trauma.
Have we been here before? No.
The rule of 3s.
I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country. On the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Okay, doors locked. Traverse the Ocean View Hotel. See America, Texas, Braniff International Airways, Lassen Volcanic National Park, okay, so see Texas, but they're not, well, I don't know, see America, Montana, Washington, American Airlines, see America, welcome to Montana, visit Nevada, more rooms, 222, 223, 224, 225, 226, 227. Oh, what does that say? Casino. Okay, well the game wants us to click that, so I want to do almost anything but almost everything else first. Okay, so Miami. So this seems pretty old-timey. but we're not. Are we still in the oldest house or not?
Hello? Anyone here?
Door wasn't open. Thought I heard a click. Oh. Probably have to do that 3 times. Seriously, old-timey TVs. Oops, sorry about that. Probably early 80s. And we get a sound. Something happening. And
Key has a black pyramid on it.
I was just gonna say that. Actually, it was just a triangle. Were those lights blue before? Okay, well those lights don't look like hotel lights. I don't remember if they were there before. Okay. I just want to see what does the store have anything? Nope. Okay, let's go to the pyramid door. Just a picture of us looking at the look at the hotline room. Yeah. I was pretty sure we have to do that. Oh, okay. Pick up the hotline. Okay, here's the maze. It actually connects. I wonder, is that anywhere close to the path we've gone through? Okay. Complete the astral plane challenge. So the gun challenge had us shooting things and using our melee. The throwing things had us throw things. Hotline will allow you to contact extra-dimensional entities. What are we gonna do in a phone competition? Or a phone challenge? That's cool. That seems dangerous. Oh, did it... Dangerous? Is it gonna... Okay, well, I destroyed that, Oh, yep. Okay, I guess that's where we're going. Oh, I hear the phone now. There it is, okay. I guess we just have to... I guess the challenge in a phone challenge is to answer it. Well done. You can contact us slash past... You can contact us slash past selves. So is the board former directors?
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
Nope. Okay.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
First, let's see what's the case files. Hotline. Object should be inaccessible for use except to the director. Description slash para-utility. Object is a 1960s era red bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs redacted. Okay. The object, so if that says something pounds, something ounces, something, the number name may not necessarily be big. Okay, the object allows the director to communicate with the redacted, maybe board. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.6 for more information. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. Background: the object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were run on the object, including redacted and redacted, but its origins remain unknown. Okay, it's hotline OOP3UE, found in 1964, so a year after the place was found and after the gun was found. Hotline chamber in the executive section. Okay. Multimedia. 11.6. So that's...
It's Dr. Darling calling. In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and picked it up, going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered, and the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well. Our very own Ouija board. Only the director can answer it safely, and what he hears is kept classified.
She hears. Okay. So we see those videos during cutscenes, but we don't get all of them unless we come in and watch them fully. Okay. Trench, Ocean View Motel, The Coming Storm, the directorship. Okay, well let's start talking to Trench. Or listening to him, I guess.
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth, and no one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown of fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised?
Okay. So Northmore is the previous director. So Northmore, Trench, Fadden.
I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a rain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline.
Okay. Management team.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. They have proven themselves. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. So I followed my own orders. Northmore hated my guts for that. But things change when you become director. You suddenly see this dark void for the horror show it truly is, filled with screaming fear we pretend to control. Sand leaks through my fingers. The roses I pruned in the garden back when I still had a family, all dead. Heat escapes my body. My thoughts are scattered. universe keeps expanding. I can't keep up with it alone. When I forget that, things go wrong. And my team has to pick up the pieces. Damage control. To help me get out of my mess.
I'm not sure what to think about that. So he mentioned Northmore. Northmore didn't like it when he was doing things on his own, doing things his way. But if he became director in the same way we became director by the previous director being fired. So I think this is the same video. Every time
The
just...
Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in.
Okay, so there's more keys to find and more doors to open in the Ocean View Motel. That's super cool.
Something's coming. The whisper's growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. A retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau, everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
Okay, well, we're going to have to find Darling. Okay, so that was all Trench talking. Now we're going to talk to the board. Okay, well that was cryptic. Okay.
People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and take a break here, and next time we'll come back and do more. So far, I'm really liking this. Hope to figure out where it leads. So, looks like we're standing on a maze, but it looks like the maze continues out. We're going to follow that line when we start up again, and see if that's a thing or whether it's just decoration. So, join me for that. I hope you're enjoying this too. Thanks.